And these games really start to mean to try to make it to the NBA playoffs. Mike Conley at the control is going to have more on that story as we can deeper team. And they certainly
and George, who we saw right there.
Third game as a member of the Clippers. He's George, another mid-range.
Russell Westbrook has been there the last.
Both of these teams coming off losses on Zubac knocks Gobert
on the initial shot there.
Laces it up, misses the injury. Conley, little step back three in the south.
They now run because of Paul George was having to take on seeing Anthony Edwards pick and roll.
Zubac, George, a foul of the first half. Hard to get those two on the. Paul George averaging 23 probes.
Oh, he's been traveling with the team, so take some pressure off this guy. Anthony Towns gets back in the lineup.
Pass to Chris Finch before the game. The head coach run is Russell Westbrook. Able to cover that run.
And be playing with a home court.
There, Westbrook guards him, and Kawhi Leonard for the answer. Denver in the corner, and all the way around the horn, Edwards.
Defend the shooter and beating down.
For Mike Conley is averaging a double-double. Reed coming off the bench. Career. Edwards, Leonard for three. Kyle, here's Edwards. The NBA. Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, Minnesota showing zone.
Wave of substitutions here.
And he would have my vote and then switch it to the man-to-man.
It's between the Wolves and the Clippers.
Deep and very versatile. Anthony Edwards is actually.
It's Kawhi, the starter, running with. Just getting to the playoffs, you start looking 7-8.
Westbrook's going to be a starter. And you want to go big.
Flying high, denied. And here's Mann getting into the paint. Man.
Excellent defender for the.
As Mann springs. As Reed, little unorthodox shot, but and Mann driving on Reed. Away, they got their biggest lead is McGaw. Separating shot clock and game clock. And a three off. Clock ticks. That is a
fouling him on that. Left-handed to get down in.
I needed to get to you. Probably take it on Naz Reid. In San Francisco against the Warriors, teams that they are battling with. This corner, Alexander Walker, no. Well, he had some highlight. Powell lets it fly. That one's 4 3-pointers, had 9 boards. Less care, smoother, healthier skin.
The three-pointer to pull people.
Set off, Plumlee with the FOMO. Can't get chair. Plumlee falls down. Much ball at USC, and the little man drives it, gives it to.
Believe it or not, against Sacramento.
Double overtime game. Ball to Plumlee. Tough shot.
But struggling a little bit here tonight.
3.
To get back, and if they don't stop.
As George with the second.
Try to break that momentum was probably against Rudy Gobert.
Gives it to Kawhi Leonard.
Easy, but it's not.
9 picks to
get picks and a pick swap.
George. And Gobert gets one step. No, gets his own. Gordon. Gobert.
They get the score.
Matching up on the floor as George misses. Picks up George. Zubac left wide open. Game. Gobert defended well.
Shots all the time. Things for him to get to his.
Prince on him. Rises up. Misses. +6. And this is the third meeting between these. All the action on the NBA app. Finds a shooter. Morris lost. Westbrook shoots over Edwards. No good for Minnesota with 3.5 to go. 30. 31 apiece.
Well, I go with new starting point guards in the paint to Sacramento. Absolutely no resistance in the paint.
And they give it right back. Conley, Alexander Walker, bullet pass.
Just do not.
Posting up Alexander Walker draws the.
Their defense collapsed.
And there's Kawhi Leonard. Again, he comes up. Conley fakes the pass to go. Now Westbrook for 3.
Made the adjustment, Brian. He's going to go good paint.
And all of this coming in the second. George for 3. And Garner finds Alexander Walker.
Last shot.
Can take it all the way down. Finds George. And George.
Going to be the contending team that we.
In the first half. Gets started.
It's been absolutely the opposite.
And McDaniels.
Averaging career. Great year.
Did a good job there. The second quarter really put the clamps down. And Leonard foul. Very ineffective first quarter for Goldie. +10. Paul George comes up short. Anchor for the Timberwolves in the second quarter.
But he's one of the few stars who...
Gobert foul, a familiar theme.
You know what's great? You can't throw the ball to guys.
The 7-1 Rudy Gobert. Anderson leaves it for Gobert. He tips it to...
Known as an offensive guy.
Now a little fadeaway, tough shot. No.
Have gotten really tough on him.
Asked about what he needs to improve on. He says,
Brian.
well, and that's an area going to offer a release valve.
But what he's done, he said over the last few...
A good report there as his game just in his third. Conley finds some space behind Gobert.
Defensive end.
Leonard the catch and shoot and discards. Nothing there. France, good job.
That forces a lot of turnovers.
Just one free throw attempt. This is Westbrook drives Zubac, follows on Gobert. Little fadeaway.
Bases if they're going to be true.
Foot of Conley, Zubac, Gobert, little push. No, now three-pointer, cash. Games, they fall into 20.
And it's concerning in losses. This is a team.
Off.
Great coaching move and an underrated
first half. And they've got him out there now and
not up to the challenge at this point.
T-Wolves down 7 as them currently.
Now he's turned into 21 points.
Man on him, goes with the left hand. Kawhi Leonard drives little first half points. Good. Healthy for the stretch run. Over. Leonard taking on Reed. Killer crossover.
And you know Leonard away from those. Stuck him on Anthony Edwards.
And let's feed and the finish at George. And
that's 4 straight turnovers.
Oh, look out.
In what, about 20 seconds? Well, absolutely right. And that a glass. Continue to defend, but
on Plumlee, can't finish it. He was looking for a foul. And you're in a dogfight here with a
Clippers. This is a team that is.
And Powell gets some space, misses of the first half. In the second quarter, and Reed goes to work. Anthony Edwards wants it. Kawhi Leonard spins and lays it in. Powell gets up the last shot.
About a team with 9th in the place you want to be.
6 helpers, been good on the defensive end. By Plumlee, the reverse is good. Alexander Walker strips. Pass, Powell, got it. That into the quarter for Minnesota. That was a big ran right out of a potential.
Really efficient 3-point shoot.
Anderson puts a wild one up. Plumlee on him, shakes him behind the back.
The compliment is always solid.
Reed running the floor and a back. Powell gets some space. Plumlee on him in the three-pointer. No good. Man, playoff positioning, and that one is
hard off the dribble. 12.
Powell trying to turn the corner. And
Williamson, they put up 36.
Got to get one up. Tough shot, late clock. Got to get one up. Tough shot, late clock.
Going in the third quarter.
Going to be in that 38.
Manage him as much as you
drives. Powell. Quarter here for the Clips.
Really take the ball to the basket.
Excellent minutes from the. Interesting that Alexander Walker gives it up. Go. Clippers have not been a great. Leonard pulls it back. Knocks. Conley. Foot goes. Leonard. No. Zubac.
See on the floor.
Imploring his team to play harder. As on Leonard. Man can't hit it. Once again. Oh, the reverse. See if the Clippers
end up with these starters.
Playing in a lot of traffic. Westbrook lays it in.
Angle and gave Russell Westbrook. Always.
Here's Powell. 13-year out there. Down.
Lou. Finally.
George now. Mid-range jumper short. The spin. Westbrook loses. And here is McDaniels. Oh! Lead.
Well, it started with a blitz. The wide open 3.
Anderson gives it up. Gobert.
And really hasn't been.
George drives. George! At the 8.5-minute mark. Slow-mo going to work. No.
Only averaging 1.3.
Here's George for 3. Look at
much in today's NBA.
On a little fadeaway, short. Wouldn't let George get free. Tough shot, Westbrook. Anderson knocks towards, picks up George. And now it's Zubac organized and calm. To Anderson to Gobert. Clippers got to go fast. Powell, no good. All 3 tonight. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Out of time. Powell for 3. 7 games under on the road. Anderson saddled with foul trouble in the first half. Gets to start.
But for these last 31 games, it's been absolutely the opposite.
With 10 points. And McDaniel
is a leading scorer for the Timberwolves, averaging career 3 percentage, having a great year.
did a good job there. 32-23 in the second quarter, really put the clamps down. Daniels. And Leonard fouled. Minutes and change of that second quarter. Very ineffective first quarter for Gobert with their points in the paint. They're currently plus 10. Paul George, little floater, comes up short. Really was the difference maker for the Timberwolves in the second quarter.
Still got to get better off the ball, but he's one of the few stars who win over Dallas.
Gobert foul. Look at this setup. A familiar theme.
You know what's great? Above his waist. You can't throw the ball to guys.
Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA, the 7-1 Rudy Gobert. The hands of Conley, though, and now Anderson leaves it for Gobert. He tips it to...
Well, he's done a great job. He was known as an offensive guy.
Edwards, another steal, and now a little fadeaway, tough shot. No.
And the defenses have gotten really tough on him.
After the last game, asked about what he needs to improve on. He says
he's facing 2 defenders all the time, Brian.
Well, and that's an area that is certainly going to offer a release valve.
Experienced that in high school or college, but what he's done, he said, over the last few for a young player like himself.
Yeah, no question. Good report there. As George still adding layers to his game, just in his third. 3 to shoot, got to get one up. Conley finds some space behind Gobert.
More consistency like that at the defensive end.
Leonard, the catch and shoot. Wolves up 5. Here's Anderson and discards, and he will sit. Out Morris. Nothing there. Prince, good job.
Minnesota defense that forces a lot of turnovers.
Sunday was just one free throw attempt. This is penetrate and kick game as Westbrook drives Zubac, follow through this third quarter. Here's George going to work on Gobert. Little fadeaway.
They need to do it on a consistent basis if they're going to be true.
Leonard off the foot of Conley. Zubac. Conley will get it organized. Gobert, little push. No. Daniels. Prince now, three-pointer, cash. Lately, their last 30 games, they've fallen to 20.
They have lost their defensive commitment, and it's concerning. If high-scoring, overtime losses, this is a team.
They'll leave him out there. Edwards ultimately waved off.
Play right there, which is that is a great coaching move and an underrated.
Timberwolves bench was great in the first half, and they've got him out there now and not
attack, and you know they are not up to the challenge at this point.
Of the 76 on the board, T-Wolves down 7, favored heavily. Now FanDuel has them currently.
That Minnesota right now is turned into 21 points.
Reed, another mismatch. Got man on him, goes with the left hand.
Smaller Terrence Mann.
Kawhi Leonard drives, little
there by Kawhi Leonard.
12 first half points. Good judgment, making sure he is healthy for the stretch run. Leonard, crossover. Leonard taking on Reed. Killer crossover.
And you know, they've tried to keep Kawhi Leonard away from those. Point in the game, late third quarter, they stuck him on Anthony Edwards.
And Jordan McDaniels, nice feed, and the finish. George, and it's behind the back, Batum was right there.
That's 4 straight turnovers.
Oh, look out.
There are 2 by each team in what, about 20 seconds?
To the defensive efforts.
Well, absolutely right, and yes, I didn't even know I had a glass. The team that will continue to defend, but
here's Prince with a sidestep on Plumlee. Can't finish it. Crosses over Reed. Wild shot. He was looking for a foul.
And technical.
Games remaining in the season, and you're in a dogfight here with a.
But more than that, for the Clippers, this is a team that is.
Picks up Powell. Frustrating night for him. Powell gets some space. Misses. Clippers led most of the first half. T-Wolves wrestled the lead back late in the second quarter, and Reed goes to work. Anthony Edwards wants it. Kawhi Leonard. Alexander Walker drives, spins, and lays it in. Powell gets up the last shot.
Got a head coach talking about a team with ninth in physicality. You're not in the place you want to be.
17. Conley with 6 helpers, been good on the defensive end. And Anderson goes right by Conley. The reverse is cooked
For the T-Wolves.
Alexander Walker strips David out of it, huh?
No, he did not.
And to Batum, extra pass. Powell got it. 10-point game. Foul shot. That started a 7-0 run that ended the quarter for Minnesota. That was a big referee, but he ran right out of a potential.
Both a high volume and highly efficient three-point shot.
Anderson plods his way in. Anderson puts a wild one up. McLaughlin got Plumlee on him, shakes him behind the back.
Going offensively tonight to complement his always solid.
McLaughlin having a nice game. Both sides. Reed running the floor. And a back for 24 points, still a career high. Powell gets some space. Now McLaughlin again with Plumlee on him in the three-pointer. No good. George for 3. Man fly. Trying to fight for playoff positioning. And that one is
difficult for centers to guard off the dribble. 12
with the ball, 8.5 to go. Powell trying to turn the corner. And
they're coaching New Orleans without Zion Williamson. They put up 37 defensive end right now.
George got to get one up. Tough shot, late
defensive end right now.
George got to get one up. Tough shot, late clock.
For the Clippers, he had it going in the third quarter.
Kawhi Leonard's already played 30 minutes. Going to be in that 38.
Well, that's why you load manage him as much as you
clear it out. Kawhi gives it up. Powell drives. Powell night into a good fourth quarter here for the Clips.
Point shooter, but can really take the ball to the basket.
Coming here. Connected devices. Excellent minutes from the. Interesting that Alexander Walker's
come back.
Alexander Walker gives it up. Go. T-Wolves have struggled on the road. Clippers have not been a great team on the road. Leonard pulls it back. Jumps out to McDaniels. Conley. As Leonard goes, Leonard. No, Zubac.
These are the guys we're going to see on the floor.
The routes in that third quarter, imploring his team to play harder. Is Conley
right now.
Great play by Edwards on Leonard. Man can't hit it. Taking on Zubac again. Oh, the reverse.
In those situations,
see if the Clips.
Westbrook and Morris at the table, he'll end up with his starters.
Ball tonight. He's been playing in a lot of traffic. All camping in the corner. Westbrook drives. Westbrook lays it in.
He wanted to go under. He changed his angle and gave Russell Westbrook.
Edwards lets it fly. Your glass is half full, Coach.
Always.
Here's Powell. It's a play-in. 11 through 13. You're out there. Minnesota down.
It dialed it up the last couple of minutes. Ty Lue finally.
Here's George now. Mid-range jumper short. Westbrook flying. A spin. Westbrook losing minute mark. And here is McDaniels. Oh! And he stretches that Timberwolves lead.
Well, it started with a blation and got McDaniels the wide open 3 for number 25.
Anderson gives it up. Gobert.
Second quarter, Brian, offensively, and really hasn't been NBA.
George drives. George! In Golden State Sunday, that was at the 8.5-minute mark. Later, Anderson, slow-mo, going to work. No.
Dunked the ball. It's been interesting with Gobert. Only averaging 1.3.
Defensive player of the year. Here's George for 3. Look at
point lead. Doesn't mean much in today's NBA.
Anthony Edwards with Leonard on him. Little fadeaway, short. McDaniels wouldn't let George get free. Tough shot, Westbrook. Kyle Anderson. Anderson knocks tonight. When it counts, Edwards picks up George. Can't get himself free. And now it's Zubac pays off. Organized and calm. Edwards to Anderson to Gobert.
That's what set up the bucket.
Clippers got to go fast. Powell, no good. The line. Made all three tonight at Crypto.com Arena. 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists there. Westbrook, boy, using a lot of time. Powell for 3. A team that is 7 games under on the road.